Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to teach you how to play Witchcraft. Witchcraft is a mix of a light bluffing game and a card collection game, and we're going to see exactly how it works. So in Witchcraft, everyone starts with a secret role. So there are two teams in the game. There's Team Witch and there's Team Village. Okay, so the Witch are the evil guys and the Village are the good guys. And on the Witch's team you have the Witch and the Black Cat. And on the Village team, you have a bunch of different roles. You have the farmer, you have the weaver, you have the blacksmith, you have the hunter, and you have the baker. So some subset of those roles will be in your game. So when the game starts, you will be assigned one of those roles secretly. So you can see in this game that I am the witch, all right? And once you've acknowledged your role, the game will start. All right, so at the start of the game tells us which roles are actually in play. So we have the Black Cat, we have the Witch. Those are the two roles on Team Witch. You have the Farmer and the Weaver, who are the good guys. You'll see that each card, with the exception of the Black Cat, has this little symbol in the bottom left. That is the item that role is trying to collect. So the Witch is trying to collect potion cards, the Farmer is trying to collect wheat cards, the Weaver is trying to collect cloth cards. And this is explained during the game, and it's also reiterated here. But what each role is trying to do is basically collect 5 cards of their item, because that gets them closer to winning the game. So let's talk about winning the game. What is each team trying to do? The Witch is trying to collect 5 potion cards. If they successfully do this, the game is over and the Witch wins. Each person on the Village team is trying to collect 5 cards of their role's item. If they do that, they get closer to winning because they help narrow down who the witch is. The way the Village wins is by calling for a witch trial and successfully convicting the witch of witchcraft. And we'll see exactly how that works. So it's sort of a race between the two teams. The Witch is trying to get to 5 potion cards as quickly as possible. The Village is trying to gather enough information to narrow down who the witch might be so that they can accuse the witch in a witch trial. All right? So this is a turn-based card game. So we go around, every player takes a turn, and on your turn you can do one of two things. You can either draw cards or you can trade cards. If you draw cards, you're going to draw 2 cards from this deck, and then you're going to discard 1 card from your hand. If you trade cards, you're going to choose someone to trade with, and then both of you will choose a card to trade, and you'll swap. So what is in this deck? Well, let's take a look. Let's draw some cards and see exactly what's in this deck. So we're going to draw 2 cards into our hand, and I'm going to pause here. So we started with 1 cloth card, we now have 2 cloth cards, and we have a coins card. So this deck contains items. It contains cloth cards, potion cards, wheat cards, and so on and so forth. These are the items that the roles in the game are looking for. So it contains those items. Coins are a wild card, so they count as any item. There are also action cards, which you will see in a second. So when you draw cards, you're going to be drawing from that deck. I'm going to discard a cloth card. Cool. And then it passes to the next player, and now it's their turn. So they can, again, draw or trade. You'll notice that in our hand, we also have some special cards. So we have a Witch Trial, we have a Reveal Black Cat, and we have a Reveal Roll card. So let's explain what those 3 things are. First of all, these 3 cards can only be played on someone else's turn. So on your turn, you can draw or trade. On someone else's turn, you might be able to play one of these special cards. A Witch Trial is where you can accuse someone of being a witch. Let's go ahead and play our Witch Trial card right here so we can see how that works. Okay, so a Witch Trial interrupts the entire game, and it allows you to accuse someone of being a witch. So let's say I accuse bot 2 of being a witch. When you make this accusation, you get a couple of minutes to discuss why you think this person may or may not be the witch. Once everyone is ready to move on, you can click continue. And remember, the Witch Trial is how the Village has to win. So eventually, for the Village to win, they have to accuse someone of being the witch, and then they have to convict that person of being the witch, and that person has to actually be the witch. That's how the Village wins. So you need enough votes to convict. In this case, I'm going to say nay, and we're going to vote nay so that the game continues. So we did not end up convicting bot 2, but if we had, bot 2 is not the witch, I'm the witch, so in that case, the witch would have won. Okay? So that's how a witch trial works. You interrupt the game to accuse someone of being a witch, and if you get to the end of that process and actually convict them of being a witch, that ends the game. we have these two other cards in our hand, Reveal Role and Reveal Black Cat. I mentioned that every role on the village team is trying to collect 5 cards of their role's item. So the weaver is trying to collect cloth, the farmer is trying to collect wheat, and so on. The black cat is special because the black cat's item is a rat card, but the black cat cannot reveal themselves. They have to be revealed by another player. So you can play Reveal Black Cat if you have 5 rat cards in your own hand. So if you accumulate 5 rat cards in your own hand, you can play Reveal Black Cat, and that will reveal who the black cat is to the entire group, which is very powerful if you're a good person because it helps you narrow down who the witch is. Okay? That's how Reveal Black Cat works. Finally, Reveal Role can be played when you have 5 cards of your role's item. So if I'm the farmer and I collect 5 wheat cards, then I can finally play Reveal Role, which will tell everyone in the group that, hey, I'm the farmer, I'm confirmed to be the farmer. When you reveal your role, you discard all the cards in your hand. Okay, so essentially you're sort of out of the game in terms of drawing and trading. You can't accumulate any more cards, but you don't need to because everyone knows you're the farmer or whatever role you happen to be. Okay? So those are the basics. On your turn, you'll draw and trade. You'll accumulate cards. Hopefully you'll accumulate cards of your item, which will eventually let you reveal your role. And as you get more information, you'll narrow down who you think the witch is so that you can call for a witch trial and accuse them. Okay? Let's play through a few rounds because there's a couple of wrinkles that are worth pointing out here. Now, let's talk about the reveal role card for the witch. Remember, I said that the witch needs 5 potion cards in order to win the game. Right now, I'm the witch, and in my hand I have a potion card and I have a coins card, which counts as any item. So together I have 2 potions. I don't have 5 yet. However, you'll notice that I'm able to play my reveal role card. So this is a special case for the witch. The witch can attempt to win the game early, even if they don't have 5 potion cards. And the way that works is they have to make up the deficit by guessing the roles of that many players. So I need 5 cards to win, 5 potion cards to win. I only have 2, which means I have a deficit of 3, meaning if I can correctly guess the roles of 3 other players, then I win. I'm still able to curse the village despite not having enough potions. So if I play my reveal role card here, it'll say, okay, you don't have enough potions, time to guess. And I will say, okay, I think Chrome is the weaver, and bot 1 is the black cat, and bot 2 is the farmer, right? And if I get all of them right, then I win the game. One thing we haven't seen yet is action cards. So in this deck that we are drawing from, so far you've seen item cards like cloth and coins, but you haven't really seen any action cards. So let's see if we can draw an action card here and show you exactly how that works. Cool. So you'll see that when I drew 2 cards just now, I drew this card that says 4C. So there are 4 different flavors of action in the deck. There are 4C cards, there are gift cards, there are search cards, and there are thief cards. And all of these actions have different effects. When you draw an action card, you have to play it by the end of your turn. So right now, I just drew 2, I'm going to discard 1. And after that, if I have any action cards left over, I'm forced to use them. So they will all leave my hand by the end of the turn. However, all the actions are optional. So I'm not forced to take the action, but I am forced to play it. Okay? So right now, I'm going to discard the wheat card, and then this 4C card that was in my hand gets forcibly played for me. And it asks me, Ankit, will you use this 4C card, right? Each of these action cards has a special effect. So the 4C card says you may look at the top 3 cards of the deck. That's a useful thing, so I'm going to say yes, I would like to use the effect of this action. And then it will tell me exactly what I need to know. So it turns out that the next 3 cards on the deck are a rat, a wheat, and a thief card. So that's how actions work. They're just these one-time actions that spice up the game, and if you happen to use one on your turn, you're probably going to get a bit more information or be able to do something that you wouldn't normally be able to do just by drawing and trading. So, super quick recap. On your turn, draw or trade. Keep accumulating cards till you collect enough of your item, which allows you to reveal your role. If you're the witch, you're trying to collect potions. If you can't collect enough potions, maybe you can guess enough rolls to make up the deficit. If you can reveal the black cat as a good person, that's good. You can collect rat cards to reveal them, and that helps you narrow down the witch. All right. There are many different ways the game can play out, and that's one of the things I really like about it. The game could end in a witch trial. The game could end with the witch collecting enough potions or guessing enough rolls. And so, as the witch, you have quite a bit of leeway in deciding which direction to take the game in. As people are discarding cards, those cards end up in this pile over here, right? So you can see what people are discarding, which also gives you some indication of what role they may have. If they keep discarding cloth cards, probably they're not the Weaver because they're not interested in those items. But the Weaver would know that, right? So the Weaver might be discarding cloth cards every once in a while just so that the Witch can't successfully guess their role in the future, right? A lot of mind games here. It's really quick, it's really fun, and I highly recommend you check it out. Thanks so much.